Hello, everybody. Welcome to this conscious platform once more. And today we are going to go to Russia. There is this fantastic videos coming from Moscow with Vladimir Putin, the strong man of Russia, visiting the election committee, the Central Election Committee, to apply to become a candidate in the coming Russian election that is scheduled for next year. And this is huge. This is very huge, and it's a big move for Vladimir Putin. It is predictable because in that country, he is definitely the bear and the bull. So let me show you this very interesting video that have been released by the Russian Federation. And there are very important aspects which I want to point in this video, which I want you to watch together with me. Let's go. So this is Vladimir Putin, the strongman of Russia, walking like a common citizen inside the Central Election Commission in Russia. Walk into that building like a common person without all the huge security around him, as you can see. And he's not meeting the head of the commission, the election commission in Russia. He's meeting a common staff. And I want you to take a look.
Добрый день, уважаемый Владимир Владимирович. Рады приветствовать вас в Центральной избирательной комиссии. Представлюсь. Мазаревский Константин Сергеевич, член ЦИК России.
He personally submits documents for the election.
Начнем с паспорта.
He presents his identity card
Спасибо.
like any normal citizen.
Спасибо. Можем приступить к приему документов. Нам надо зафиксировать время начала
Going
приема.
through the process
18 декабря 2023
like
года.
any normal citizen will do,
Пожалуйста, Владимир.
without any special treatment,
Нам также понадобится
apparently.
в электронном виде и доверенности полномочных.
Oh, I love this guy.
Мы попросим сразу техническую службу.
There are two people in the world that I think we cannot get enough of.
Копию мы оставим
Vladimir
оригиналы
Putin,
передадим.
Donald Trump of the United States.
Там нужно было написать фамилию, имя, отчество. Я написал, но мне чуть-чуть там не хватило места, мне пришлось так завернуть, наверное.
Ну ничего, это нормально.
Мы разберем, наверное.
So this is very good, I would say, and I'll comment later. But let us just analyze what we have seen. A president of one of the biggest and strongest country in the world walking into a office. If office in African countries were meant to receive people like their president, I think it will be very different from what we see across Africa. But the president walked into the Central Election Commission, submit documents to become the presidential candidate, produce his identity card to a common staff, and definitely we know that these things are staged. And they are not just staged. In countries where you have very transparent elections, you don't even see the political party, the leaders, when they go to submit their documents, I may say. And such demonstrations are also seen in Africa to some extent, but not to this extent. But one must say that this is how we want any leader to be able to go to any office and meet staff members and interact in this manner. We of course know that when the election result will be out, Vladimir Putin is going to win 99% of the vote. These are the type of democracy they have in Russia. In Iraq during the time of Saddam Hussein, elections was like that. And but we all know the truth about Russia, that it is an authoritarian system where the population do not really have freedom. The Russian president have huge support from the Russian people, without a doubt. But are those support for real? Are people loving him and submitting themselves for real loyalty, or they are afraid of him and they are intimidated by the use of brutal force? We all saw what happened with Prigozhin of the Wagner group, who died in mysterious way. And we have all seen also Alexei Navalny, the main opposition leader. The biggest opposition personality in Russia is Alexei Navalny. and he has disappeared in prison. Nobody know where he is. So if the president can be allowed to go out there and submit documents like everybody, then that country should be free for every citizen to be able to submit their own election credential and participate in election. We want to see Alexei Navalny to also present his own credential, but of course, he has been put in prison because he challenged Vladimir Putin. He was poisoned with cyanide. In Africa, we also know that we have this type of democracy where everything is just for stage. In whether it is in Nigeria, it is in Zimbabwe. Unfortunately, we know that Zimbabwe have good elections, but we know that there are some manipulation when it comes to allowing legitimate candidates to show up. The government will always arrest opposition leaders. We have seen the same thing also in Museveni. They stage elections and things like that. So we want in Africa for us to have real elections, have the good things that we see around the world, but of course we want that every opposition leader should be respected and protected. America used to be the city on the hilltop, but today we see that the government in America, they are using every tool to prevent Donald Trump from standing an election. Might be there are some reasons, but we know that Donald Trump is a very popular American presidential candidate, but he cannot run because the system will not allow him to. We believe in democracy, we believe in civil liberty, we believe in the power of the people. Just like the founding charters of the United Nations have said, which is what we believe in, is that the people of every nation should be free to choose the person of their choice to rule over them. Whether it is the people of Gaza who choose Hamas and they are suffering the consequences of that choice, or the people in Russia who are going to choose Vladimir Putin, or the people in the United States who can choose Joe Biden. As a matter of principle, all human beings should be given the power to elect their own leader, whether they comes in the shape of Donald Trump, or they come in the shape of Hamas, or they come in the shape of the good governments we have seen Joe Biden, and the ones we have seen also in Belgium. But every people deserve the right to elect whoever they choose as a leader. That is the only way you create an harmonized society where people accept their living standard and work hard and are innovative to help countries to grow. So I wanted to share with you people this video today and make this comment and share my opinion and the opinion of my platform regarding democracy. We believe in democratic value. We believe in empowering people with the right to choose their own leaders and govern themselves in a fair and just manner. Thank you very much. God bless you. Ciao.